Okay, so, in the lightning fast world of crypto and blockchain, keeping up feels, well, it can feel like trying to drink from a fire hose sometimes.
Absolutely. It's a lot.
How do you stay properly informed without just feeling completely overwhelmed every time there's a big update?
Yeah, that's the challenge.
Well, today, consider us your guides. We're going to take a deep dive into the latest roadmap update from Metallicus for their XPR network, focusing specifically on the core developments, community projects, everything slated for 2025 and, well, beyond.
That's exactly right. And our mission here, for this deep dive is really to cut through all that noise.
Yeah.
Extract the most important bits, the key knowledge nuggets, maybe find some surprising facts in there.
Okay.
We basically want to help you understand what's genuinely significant in these updates and, why they actually matter to you. Doesn't matter if you're deep in crypto already or maybe just curious about where all this tech is going.
Right, making sense of it all. And the insights we're sharing today, they come straight from a recent update. It was a presentation by Bruce Stewart from the Metallicus community.
Yep, good source.
So let's just get right into it.
Let's do it.
So first thing, right off the bat, this roadmap seems to put a huge focus on user experience.
Definitely.
When they talk about being the best custodial wallet, what does that actually look like in practice for someone using it?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's really all about smoothing out those initial hurdles.
Yeah.
And making the day-to-day management just effortless.
Okay.
Especially for a custodial wallet, right? Where they're holding your keys securely. Keeping that best industry title means it has to be super intuitive.
Right.
So they're working on some pretty significant web wallet and UX improvements. Think like a much smoother onboarding.
Ah, yeah.
With educational stuff baked right in.
Yeah.
Better views of your unified account so you see everything clearly, all in one spot.
That's needed.
And just streamlined deposit and withdrawal flows. It's really about making that first jump into crypto and honestly every step after feel a lot less intimidating.
So removing that friction.
Exactly. That common barrier for new folks.
Okay, and speaking of foundations, like the absolute backbone, the Block Explorer, that's already had a major overhaul.
It has, yeah. Launched already.
What was the main issue with the old one? Why a complete rebuild, and what's specifically better now?
Right, great question. Because, a Block Explorer, it's essential infrastructure.
Totally.
The old one, well, it worked, but it wasn't really built for the kind of scale and ambition the XPR network is aiming for now.
Gotcha.
It's sometimes struggled a bit with stability, speed, especially under heavy use. So yeah, they completely rebuilt the new and improved Block Explorer from scratch.
Wow.
This wasn't just a minor update. It took several months of dedicated work. The goal was way better stability, much faster speed, and just more functionality overall. So for users, for developers, it means getting that real-time data access, but lightning fast and reliably. It just lays a much stronger foundation for the whole ecosystem.
Makes sense. All right, let's connect this to the bigger picture. A massive hurdle, always for crypto adoption, is just getting normal money fiat in and out.
Oh yeah,
It's often so clunky. How's Metallicus tackling that with these expanded fiat ramps?
This is absolutely critical. So the expanded fiat ramps, they're in development now. They're designed specifically to make the XPR network way more accessible.
How so?
Well, the challenge is always integrating with all the different payment systems, banking systems around the world, right? So their aim is just smoother conversions. Fiat to crypto, crypto back to fiat, across way more global options. Think of it like building more direct, seamless bridges between traditional finance and crypto. It's absolutely crucial if you want wider adoption.
And here's where, for me, it gets really interesting. They're not just expanding what's already there, but they're bringing something proprietary.
Yeah.
That sounds like it could be a huge differentiator. How does this proprietary fiat on-ramp actually work? What makes it special?
This is potentially a real game changer. They're integrating their own fiat on-ramp directly into the web wallet. It's under development now.
Okay.
What makes it proprietary is, well, it sounds like they have direct relationships with payment processors, with banks, which lets them bypass a lot of the usual middlemen fees and sort of approval hurdles.
Interesting.
So this feature, the idea is it allows seamless onboarding directly from fiat using your debit or credit card.
Just like buying something online normally.
Pretty much. And they're promising higher acceptance rates and lower fees than a lot of existing options. Imagine just, using your card right there in the wallet. Super easy.
Wow. Where is it launching first?
Initial rollout is planned for the US, Australia, and New Zealand. but they say more territories are coming soon after.
Okay.
This could seriously lower the barrier to entry for a lot of people.
That sounds like a massive step for convenience.
But okay, once you're in, the big fear for so many people is losing their crypto.
The nightmare scenario, yeah.
Right. How is Metallicus tackling that huge challenge of key management, building user confidence? This biometric key recovery sounds revolutionary.
It really does. It's quite forward-thinking. Biometric key recovery, also in development, aims to fix one of crypto's oldest, most persistent problems: securing and crucially recovering private keys.
How does it work?
So the system lets users recover their keys using a biometrically secured multi-signature backup system.
Okay, break that down a bit.
Right. So instead of just relying on that one seed phrase, the list of words you have to hide.
Which people lose or get stolen.
Exactly. This combines your unique biometric data, think fingerprint, face scan, that sort of thing, with advanced cryptography and a multi-signature approach. Multi-sig just means it needs multiple approvals for certain actions, like recovery.
So layers of security. Precisely.
Yeah.
It massively enhances security, but also makes recovery incredibly user-friendly if you, say, lose your primary device.
That addresses a huge fear.
It really does. They expect this will help onboard many more people because it tackles that core anxiety of what if I lose my keys? It gives you a safe, reliable way back in.
Okay, so summing up this whole first section, what does this really mean for you, the user listening? It sounds like they're building this super secure, super easy to use gateway designed to just remove basically every bit of friction.
That's the vision, exactly.
Yeah.
Make the experience not just, okay, but exceptional. Simple, secure, intuitive enough that really anyone can use it, no matter how much crypto experience they have or don't have.
All right, now let's pivot a bit. Let's talk about the tools and features for the more active traders, people deep into decentralized finance, DeFi.
Yep.
What's coming to boost those capabilities, say, on MetalX?
Right, so for traders, they're adding more trading pairs on MetalX. That's in development. And importantly, it's driven directly by what the community is asking for, market demand.
Like what? Any examples?
Yeah, for instance, they recently added Solana trading pairs. That was a big request.
Yeah.
It's really about making sure the platform supports the assets, the markets that users actually want to trade, keeping it competitive, comprehensive.
And what about doing things directly within the wallet itself? Are they trying to make it a real, one-stop shop for DeFi?
That seems to be the clear ambition, yeah. With the web in-app features also in development, the popular in-app swap feature, that's coming back to the wallet.
Oh, nice.
Plus, improve ways to lend, to stake your crypto, claim your rewards. The goal really seems to be making the XPR Network web wallet the only wallet you actually need for all that DeFi stuff.
So you don't have to jump around to different sites.
Exactly. Manage assets, participate in DeFi, earn rewards, all without leaving that interface.
Now, managing a diverse portfolio, especially across different blockchains, different accounts, it can be a real headache, right? Data all over the place.
Tell me about it, yeah.
Are they fixing that fragmented view?
Absolutely. That's what the web portfolio view is designed for. It's in development, too.
Okay.
It's meant to give you that comprehensive overview. All your assets, tokens, NFTs, everything across multiple accounts, multiple blockchains.
All in one place?
All in one place. You'll be able to monitor them easily, get real-time values, all pulled together into one unified dashboard.
That sounds incredibly useful.
Yeah, less clicking around, more insight into your whole digital wealth picture, convenience and clarity.
Okay. And for traders looking for maybe more sophisticated options, beyond just buying and selling right now, spot trading, what's on the horizon there?
Right. For the more advanced users, futures trading is coming soon to the XPR network. It's in development.
Futures. Okay, explain that briefly for folks maybe not familiar.
Sure. So futures trading lets you basically speculate on the future price of a crypto, often using leverage.
Which is borrowed money, right?
Yeah.
Amplifies gains, but also losses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Crucially, you do this without actually owning the underlying crypto itself.
Okay.
It gives you powerful tools for, say, hedging your existing crypto holdings against price drops, or just pure speculation on price movements.
Who is this aimed at?
By introducing futures, the aim is definitely to attract a wider range of traders, including more institutional players.
Ah, the bigger money.
Yeah. Which, in turn, should significantly boost liquidity, make it easier to buy and sell large amounts, and improve price discovery on MetalX. Basically foster a more dynamic, robust marketplace.
Got it. So it sounds like these updates are really about giving users, especially the more active ones, these powerful, almost professional-grade financial tools,
Right.
making the crypto space more sophisticated but still accessible right there in the wallet.
Exactly. They're building out this really robust suite of tools, catering to the newcomer taking their first steps and the seasoned trader looking for those advanced functions. It significantly expands what the network can do.
Okay, let's broaden our view again. How is the XPR network positioning itself for, the future of finance, wider blockchain adoption, not just for individuals, but on a bigger, maybe institutional scale?
Right. This takes us into some really fascinating territory. So Metallicus, they have this strong belief, basically, that every bank will eventually have its own stablecoin.
Every bank. Wow. Like a digital dollar issued by Bank of America or something?
Essentially, yeah. A digital currency pegged to a real-world asset, usually a major currency like the dollar. So because of that belief, stablecoin proof of concepts, or POCs, are in development.
TOCs, so like pilot projects.
Exactly. Think of them as mini stablecoin ecosystems built in a safe, sort of sandbox environment.
Okay.
They're building these specifically for partners, like traditional banks, to let them get educated, get practical experience.
So it's like a training ground.
Pretty much. Guiding them on their stablecoin journey, showing them how they could issue and manage their own digital currencies, building that comfort, that expertise with a whole new asset class.
That's a very forward-looking strategy. What about the underlying blockchain tech itself? Any enhancements there to support this bigger vision, especially around, say, interoperability, making different chains talk to each other?
Yeah, absolutely. The Achain upgrade, that's also in development, and it represents a pretty significant step forward for the blockchain tech itself, especially on interoperability and scalability.
How so? What's the Achain?
So the XPR network is set to become an integral part of this larger metal blockchain ecosystem. It'll sit alongside other specialized, what they call virtualized chains, like B-chain, C-chain, D-chain from Metallicus.
Okay, so different chains for different purposes.
Kind of. For people familiar with blockchain architecture, this could involve things like novel cross-chain communication tech, maybe sharding solutions to handle more transactions.
Got it.
The big goal is a much more integrated, efficient blockchain environment overall. One that can streamline really complex processes, reduce transaction complexity across different sectors, creating a truly unified ecosystem.
Okay. And bringing it down to maybe more everyday business? What about practical tools, especially for, say, small businesses, freelancers who might still be dealing with old-school invoicing?
Right. XPR Network Invoicing. That's in development too. It's an on-chain invoicing solution built right on the SPR network.
On-chain invoicing, what does that mean practically?
It means it could be a real game changer for small businesses, freelancers. Instead of using traditional software, which can be expensive, or even, manual spreadsheets.
Yeah.
This streamlines the whole process. It can automate payments directly using smart contracts.
Oh, interesting.
And it significantly increases transparency because it's all recorded on the blockchain.
Yeah.
It cuts out the need for intermediaries, potentially saving a lot of time and money.
That could be really appealing. Now, a huge step for connecting with traditional finance is proving you can speak their language, right? Complying with global standards. What's been done with ISO 2022?
Yes, this is a big one. The ISO 2022 compliance demo is actually complete.
Completed, okay. Why is that significant? What is ISO 2022?
So for listeners maybe not deep in financial plumbing, ISO 2022 is basically becoming the universal language for financial messages globally. Major banks, payment networks like SWIFT, they're all adopting it.
Okay, the standard way to talk money digitally.
Pretty much. So demonstrating compliance means the XPR network can seamlessly integrate with these traditional financial systems, these institutions, using their preferred standard.
What was the technical challenge there?
Well, ensuring that XPR's blockchain transactions could be accurately mapped to and from this quite complex messaging standard, proving they could do that. It immediately opens doors. Makes it much easier to attract more institutions into the XPR ecosystem.
Right, it shows they can plug in.
Yeah.
Okay, this next one really caught my eye. Super modern, very cutting-edge integration. Tell us about AI tools coming to the wallet.
Yeah, this is fascinating, isn't it? They're integrating AI tools currently in development, specifically embedding a cutting-edge, customer-trained large language model.
An LLM, like the tech behind ChatGPT and others.
Exactly like that tech.
Yeah.
But trained specifically on their stuff. It's going directly within the web wallet.
So it's not just a fancy FAQ bot.
No, definitely not.
Right.
It's designed to give you instant, accurate answers to pretty complex questions. about digital assets, trading strategies, anything related to the platform, the public test.
Wow.
And crucially, it'll continuously update. So the information stays high quality, current, and you get those answers without ever having to leave the wallet.
It's like having an expert assistant right there, 24/7.
Kind of, yeah. An assistant that learns and evolves with your needs. That's pretty powerful.
So taking all these bigger developments together, it's really feels like they're building bridges, right? Connecting traditional finance and decentralized systems, making it all work better, smarter, more seamlessly.
Exactly. You look at the whole roadmap and it reveals this really comprehensive strategy. It's not just thinking about individual users, though that's key.
Right.
It's also about driving that broader ecosystem growth, serious institutional integration, systematically laying the groundwork piece by piece for much wider adoption of blockchain tech. So yeah, as we've kind of unpacked today, this XPR network roadmap is incredibly vast, isn't it?
It really is.
Covering so much ground from, completely rethinking the user experience, adding advanced trading tools, all the way to driving that big ecosystem growth, institutional tie-ins, even innovative business tools like the invoicing.
So hopefully you listening have just gotten a really comprehensive overview of how the XPR network is evolving. We've distilled it from their latest update, tried to make you well-informed, quickly and efficiently.
Yeah. And maybe as we wrap up, just the final thought to leave you with, as we look at this huge roadmap, what do you think might be the single most impactful feature for really accelerating mainstream adoption?
It's a tough one.
Is it that super seamless fiat on-ramp, making it easy to get money in? Is it the bridges to traditional finance, like being ISO 2022 compliant? Or maybe it's that AI support right there in the wallet, making it feel less scary.
It's a really compelling question, isn't it? Which key unlocks the door for the masses? Something to ponder as these things actually roll out.
Definitely.
And hey, just a quick note, if you want the full list, all the completed projects, the entire roadmap in detail, you can always visit xprnetwork.org. Roadmap.
Good point. All the details are there.
All right, that wraps up this deep dive. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time for another journey into the topics that matter.